Today on the Topping Show, Bud Light makes a new can design, but will it boost sales? Alex Jones claims the deep state will try to assassinate Donald Trump. Aston Martin teams up with an EV company. YouTube may launch an online gaming platform. Infinity is debuting a new logo. IBM to buy Aptio for $4.6 billion. Ron DeSantis is embracing mainstream media. Ex-Navy SEAL is running for Montana Senate. And Lordstown Motors is currently filing for bankruptcy. All that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, see the founder released twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner and you need a little assistance, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Other interesting business news and somewhat sad news, you have Aston Martin claiming they're gonna team up with American EV manufacturer Lucid. Now, it's as dumb as it sounds, and I'll explain why. Now, Aston Martin is perhaps the greatest well-known Great Britain automotive brand in history, bar none, in terms of luxury and performance. All the other ones are dead. I mean, Austin Healey used to be a great little car. MG, more of an entry-level, fun little car. I suppose Aston Martin at one time used to be more affordable, but Aston Martin is handmade, beautiful craftsmanship. You got V8s, V10s, V12s. This is a company that gave folks a coupe V12 with a stick shift. Uniquely, beautifully engineered, beautifully designed. The exteriors are a staple of Great Britain culture. It is James Bond's car. It was the car that Sean Connery drove back in the day, and it cemented the cultural icon of British spies using British vehicles. It's one of the coolest things. I mean, one of the most famous articles I read about, like, one of the articles I read when it comes to Aston Martin and people who actually drive their cars, which a lot of celebrities just buy them and park it on the street, which that's gotta make some engineers cry when they see like a Lamborghini Aventador or a Lamborghini just parked in downtown Chicago, knowing it never goes on the track or above 28 miles an hour. Now, famously, Martha Stewart actually has a stick-shift Aston Martin that she daily drives, which, controversy aside of her past, that's pretty cool to actually daily drive a stick-shift Aston Martin. And this whole community, there's another reason to buy automatic versus, stick shift versus automatic. A couple of Aston Martins had such an issue with the automatic transmissions failing. You actually send it back over to Great Britain. They'll swap it out with a manual transmission, recondition the car, send it right back to you. Great, phenomenal automotive culture. And now they're partnering with Lucid, which is I say the word luxurious with quotes, is a luxurious American EV manufacturer. And most famously, they make an EV sedan for $200,000. Plus, of course, you have to pay sales tax. So depending on where you live, let's average it out to about 10%, so 20 grand in sales taxes. For an EV that, again, with the current technology we have, that's not going to last more than, 4 or 5 years? Again, the batteries is the Achilles heel of the technology, and why EVs right now aren't a great long-term ROI. It's disposable. I'm sure we'll get there someday, so calm down in the comment section. Technology always moves quickly. But right now, it's the most expensive, cumbersome component of the vehicle. And again, that's why I don't think you'll see a lot of collectors and car culture guys buying these thinking they're going to drive it for 30 plus years or collect it, because I compare it to the iPhone. Like, when was the last time you played with your old smartphone? How do you get a new battery for that? There's a lot of unknowns. Now, Aston Martin is going to pay Lucid about $232 million in a combination of both cash as well as shares to the publicly traded Aston Martin company in order to gain access to their technology. So just to gain access to their vast amount of EV technology, they're basically paying $232 million to open up that vault. Now, additionally, they're going to spend another $225 million on powertrain components, so they can make Aston Martin's EVs. Which, again, no. It's just ridiculous. especially if they try to go 100% into the EVs. There's rumors on which type of vehicles this is going to go in. But if you're paying for no one ever paid a premium for Aston Martin because of the 0-60 to time or the top speed time. You're paying for the luxury of having a big engine with a manual transmission, in my opinion. That's a big selling point. And you're paying for the styling and the handmade. Having something that's handmade and electric, it's basically a computer. Are there handmade desktops? They're hand assembled, but how many people appreciate that? It's few and far in between. I mean, I don't see this being a good long-term solution. And also, Lucid isn't really a big industry leader. They're a luxurious EV brand, and whether they're profitable enough is whether they're going to be around long term is a precarious question in and of itself. They've had issues. They have a bunch of pre-orders and they have some cash, but a lot of these EV companies, they're not all going to make it. We just saw I mean, Lordstown Motors just said they're going to bankrupt. So time shall tell to see if this is a good partnership. But in terms of Aston Martin long term, I don't think it's going to be a good idea. But time shall tell. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Cannot thank you enough for taking time to like, subscribe, and comment. Each one of those things greatly help out the video. Trying to get up to 3,000 subscribers this month. It's going to be a big milestone, and can't thank you enough for supporting us. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone to stay safe and fight the good fight.